A young creator launches their channel, holding a powerful vision in their mind, an intellectual picture of the impact they want to make, but they don't yet understand that they can live from that picture, regardless of the feedback. Instead, they look to their dashboard for signals that it's going to happen. They check the analytics, the empty view count, the silent comments section. It's no good. The algorithm, they think, isn't working. At that moment, the goal is forgotten. Worry floods in. And that worry, my friends, is a psychic disease. It instantly and automatically transforms into a deep, cold emotional state called fear. The fear of irrelevance, the fear of failure. Today, let's explore the deep and life-changing wisdom of Jim Rohn as I recall the moments he shared these very truths with me. Now, you must keep in mind, we are working with the most incredible electrical system in the universe, our own central nervous system. This transformation from worry to fear can happen in less than a millisecond. That negative energy, that fear, must be expressed. It must go somewhere, and it finds its home in the only medium it can be expressed through, this physical body that you live in. It expresses itself as a negative vibration, a state more commonly known as anxiety. I've spoken to so many young entrepreneurs, brilliant creators, who are paralyzed by this. They describe it as a physical weight. They feel a tightness in their chest when they even think about posting. Their fingers freeze over the keyboard, unable to write the next script, the blank white screen mocking them. The sound of a notification alert, or worse, the profound silence of no notifications, makes their heart race and their stomach churn. The hum of their expensive computer, once a sound of potential, now just sounds like a ticking clock, measuring their failure. This isn't just stress. It's the physical manifestation of fear, which was born from worry, which was born from letting the outside world control the inside world. They think the anxiety is the problem. They think the fear is the problem. They tell themselves, I must not be cut out for this. I'm shouting into the void. Everyone else has it figured out. I'm just a fraud. But the anxiety is just a symptom. The true cause, the root of this entire destructive cycle, is ignorance. We are afraid to admit our ignorance. It feels like a weakness in our hyper-informed, always-on culture. But we are all ignorant in most areas. I'll freely admit my ignorance. If you ask me to analyze the latest social media algorithm or code a website, I'm absolutely useless. If you ask me to design a piece of viral content, I wouldn't know where to start. I'm ignorant in those areas, but I know how to do what I am doing right now. I know the value of a timeless idea. Jim Rohn always made it a point to remind us to develop our strengths and manage our weaknesses. You don't need to become a data scientist to run a successful online business. You just need to be smart enough to hire one. You don't need to understand every nuance of the digital machine. You just need to understand the human heart and your own mind. The most damaging ignorance is not knowing that we have two sets of faculties. We have sensory faculties, our eyes, our ears, our touch, that report on our current reality. This is the dashboard. This is the analytics. This is the empty bank account. But we also have intellectual faculties, our imagination, our intuition, our will, our memory. These are the faculties that allow us to build a vision. The ignorant person, as Jim Rohn taught, lets their sensory faculties, the results, control their intellectual faculties, the thinking. They are letting the sensory factor, zero views, dictate their reality. The dashboard, which was meant to be a tool, has become their tyrant. So how do we eliminate this specific destructive ignorance? It's very basic and it's very simple. We study, we develop understanding, But we don't just study algorithm hacks or how to go viral in 30 days. That's just more focus on the outside world, more slavery to the dashboard. No, we study the fundamentals. We study the craft of communication. We study the great books, the timeless philosophies. We study the seasons, as Jim Rohn would say. We develop the understanding that this period of zero views is just winter. It is the time for planting, for digging deep, for building roots. It is not the time for harvest. The ignorant person tries to harvest in the winter, sees no fruit, and declares the entire farm a failure. The wise person understands the process. They develop the understanding that the outside world is just a mirror, and it's often a delayed one. There is a lag time between cause and effect. The understanding tells us, do not let your present results control your thinking. Your analytics are history. They are a record of what was, not a prophecy of what will be. Visualize what you want. See the comment from the person whose life you changed. Feel the gratitude for the one person you helped. Get emotionally involved with that picture. This understanding, my friends, leads to faith. Faith is not blind optimism. Faith is not hope-so marketing. Faith is the ultimate intellectual faculty. It is the ability to see the truth before it manifests in the physical world. It is the creator who deliberately shuts down the analytics tab. The sound of that click is a declaration of independence. They open a blank document and they begin to type. They feel the energy of their message, not the emptiness of their dashboard. The hum of the computer monitor transforms back into a sound of potential. The scent of coffee, which was once a fuel for their anxiety, is now a partner in their creation. This faith manifests on the physical plane as well-being. The anxiety fades. The tightness in the chest loosens. The creator's block dissolves. The energy returns, pure and focused. You can literally transform the state of your creative life. I have watched creators on the verge of quitting, drowning in burnout and self-doubt, completely change their reality. They stopped being a thermometer, merely reflecting the temperature of their audience, and became a thermostat, setting the temperature in the room. I keep telling people how much I've changed because it's the truth. I remember being so lost, so focused on my failures. I was 26, broke, unhappy, and convinced I'd done everything wrong. I was looking at my own empty bank account, my own zero views. I remember the stale taste of cheap coffee and the feeling of the thin carpet in my tiny apartment, staring at a stack of bills I couldn't pay. That was my dashboard. That was my sensory reality, and I was drowning in it. I felt like a mess. And my mentor, Ray Stanford, drilled this into my head. He said, "Bob, that is all in the past. Your present or past results have absolutely nothing to do with what's going to happen from this point forward. You've paid for those results. The debt is settled. Stop trying to pay for yesterday's mistakes with today's worry." As my friend Jim Rohn used to point out, every moment is a new moment. We shouldn't condemn ourselves. What you were yesterday, you paid for. What you are today, you decide upon. That creator with zero views, they paid for the lesson in effort and vulnerability. Today, they decide if they will operate from ignorance or from faith. They decide if the dashboard is their master or if their vision is. Let's imagine that creator, armed with this new understanding. They decide to study. For 3 nights, they don't sleep well. They film, they write, they delete. The first few attempts feel fake. They can hear the echo of the gurus they've been watching. They are frustrated. The work is hard. Then they stop trying to be viral and just ask, what do I truly need to say? What's the one thing I've learned that could help one person? They find their voice. It's quieter, but it's real. They pour their heart into a piece of content, driven by this new vision of service, this faith in their unique value. They hit publish. And this time, it's different. There's no spike of adrenaline, no desperate hope for an explosion. There's just the quiet, solid satisfaction of completion. And then, they don't check the stats. They put their phone in another room. They resist the urge. They just begin working on the next idea. Weeks pass. The old routine would have been a spiral of anxiety, of refreshing the page, of feeling that cold dread. Instead, they feel peace. They feel purpose. Until a notification comes in. It's not a viral explosion. It's one email. A message from a young entrepreneur on the other side of the world, in a different time zone, who was sitting in their car in a parking lot, about to delete their own business plan. The email says, "I was going to give up on my dream today. I've been staring at my own failures. Then I saw this. You've given me the strength to keep going. Thank you." And then, like a bolt splitting the sky, the truth hits the creator. The pain wasn't punishment. It was school. The algorithm's rejection wasn't a wall, it was a filter. It was protecting them from the vanity of empty numbers, forcing them to dig deeper and find their true why. The cruel social criticism they had imagined, the voices in their head. "Look at the great artist. 10 views. My cat gets more. Your mentor would be ashamed. You dishonored the legacy with this low-effort trash. Just quit. You're an embarrassment." It was all just noise. It was the static of the sensory world. The only voice that mattered was the one they had just served. Their career wasn't saved by the algorithm. Their career was saved the moment they decided to ignore it and trust their intellectual vision. If this lesson speaks to you directly, if you're ready to make that choice, write in the comments, "I operate from my vision." And if you want more content like this to help you stay on that path, subscribe now. This is how you gain back control. It's not about finding a new app. It's not about a productivity hack. It's about a profound internal shift in your source of power. You stop letting the data, the results, the external world control your thinking. You decide. You study, you build understanding, you operate from faith, you serve the one person, and then you serve another. The analytics, the metrics, they are just a shadow. You are the substance. This wisdom from Jim Rohn isn't just for content creators, it's for life. It's for the startup founder staring at a $0 Stripe account. It's for the remote worker looking at an empty inbox, fearing for their job. It's for anyone who has ever let their current results define their future potential. The legacy we build, the one Jim Rohn inspired, is to pass this torch of understanding. It's to build a new generation of entrepreneurs and leaders who understand that their value is not determined by the market's immediate applause. They operate from an internal scorecard, not an external one. They build from the blueprint of their vision, not from the inspection report of their current reality. This, my friends, is the only real control there is. I'm grateful you spent this time reflecting on Jim Rohn's teachings with me. Let them guide your growth. Hit subscribe to stay motivated and comment your favorite takeaway.